It's one of Britain's oldest institutions, and for many, it's the ultimate sacrifice to serve Queen and country. But the British military has a massive problem: recruiting British Muslims. But why are they struggling to attract so few from the minority group? Over 400,000 Muslims from India fought for Britain in the First World War. Tens of thousands are thought to have died. In northern France, a monument has been created to remember some of those that died fighting for the Allies in World War I. Inside the Ring of Remembrance, 500 sheets of bronze stainless steel list 579,606 names.
Among the over 500,000 names mentioned here, there are Muslim names. Muslims that served for the British military and died in northern France. These men were thousands of miles away from their homes in what was then India. Some feel that their history is neglected, but that if it is taught, it could encourage British Muslims to join the military and also give them a stronger sense of identity.
The area aims to educate people about those that lost their lives fighting in France. British Muslims have come here on a tour to learn about what organisers call forgotten heroes.
Heritage extraction, fighting for Britain.
At the back of this cemetery, there's a section where Muslim soldiers were laid to rest.
Hundreds of thousands of Muslims served in the two world wars. 576 of them are buried in this cemetery in northern France. However, although Muslims were willing to fight for colonial powers back then, British Muslims haven't been so keen to join up and fight for Britain.
I just don't feel like there's a real cause to fight because you just don't know who you're fighting for.
Jannah Islam's family members served in both world wars.
It made me proud, being a British citizen, you want to feel that connection not only to your other heritages but to Britain as well.
Although Jannah feels a sense of pride, she does have some reservations about whether her relatives should have fought for Britain.
I feel like they shouldn't have, because at the end of the day their freedom was taken advantage of. They weren't given the rights. I feel like the British has taken advantage of so many armies around the world just because they were colonised.
And there is an issue. 650 Muslims currently serve in the British military. To put that in context, there are more British Muslims that have gone out to Syria to join Daesh than there are serving in the armed forces. Muslims make up 4.4% of the UK population, but only 0.5% of the military. Some Muslim organisations don't believe Muslims should be joining the British military.
You have to be very blind to the political situation that's happening in the UK as well as around the world to essentially be comfortable with joining the army at this present time. Some people would see that as not only we're trying to pledge allegiance to the state, but rather to the foreign policy itself. And that's something that a lot of Muslims would decry about.
But others have come out in support of the military. Afzal Amin was an officer that served in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Foreign policy is a great motivator to join because you can have a disproportionately positive effect on the lives of thousands, hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of people who are themselves Muslim in those countries by doing a very good job being a part of the armed forces who are deployed there. But who was helped by the work that's happened in Iraq and Afghanistan? Other Muslims. So the British Army is not a non-Muslim army or a Muslim army, and it's not like that. It's a British army.
With the British military on a PR offensive to try and attract Muslims to their ranks, and the sacrifices that Muslims made for Britain in the past gaining attention, could we see more signing up? Or will the legacy of more recent wars continue to deter them from joining?